So I don't know if you guys have heard this yet. They murdered an InfoWars reporter, this InfoWars journalist who was close with Alex Jones and worked for him. They murdered him in broad daylight in Austin, Texas. And in the days before his murder, he was talking about how the left is infiltrated with wealthy human traffickers who are sometimes referred to as globalists. And he was talking about the Podesta emails. And they murdered him. Just a total lack of tolerance for allowing us to speak. And we won the election. This is so outrageous. And speaking of not letting us speak, YouTube reviewed both the videos they took down. There was a bit of a public outcry on X, thanks to many of you for amplifying that. And YouTube restored both the videos. So both the videos are back on my channel. They apologized. They said they got it wrong. We're tired of you getting it wrong continuously against us. Why is it never in our favor? You're always, oh, sorry, apologies. Sorry for taking down your videos. Sorry for calling you abusive and harassing from our public X account, followed by nearly 2 million people, and then restoring the video and saying nothing's wrong with it. Just leave my stuff alone. And leave people alone who are talking about globalists. If globalists aren't a real thing, you shouldn't have to murder the journalists talking about them in broad daylight. You shouldn't have to murder the people speaking about what these people are if they don't even exist. If it's some urban legend and we're not actually controlled by a handful of billionaires who've been siphoning money through USAID for years. If that's not actually true, if it's just some urban myth that's been spun up by Elon Musk on Twitter, then leave all of us the fuck alone. What is going on in this country? It's like this is becoming unlivable. These leftoids who lost the election are making life literally unlivable for the rest of us. If we talk about the Podesta emails, step one is they take down your video, and step two is they apparently murder you, as they did to this poor guy in Austin who was just trying to live his life and be a journalist, and wasn't even one of the more controversial people connected to Alex Jones. So if these people are just talking crazy talk, why do you have to silence them? Why do you have to kill them? And in Europe now, there's this outcry against Bitcoin. Christine Lagarde, who some people claim she's an elderly clown. Some people on social media say that she literally dresses like a clown with the bright carnival colors and the big shoulder pads. Not my claim, just the claim of some commentators on social media. That this woman who inherited her money hasn't worked a day of her life. A lifelong social engineer and bureaucrat. This woman won't leave Bitcoin alone. Hey, why don't you do your central bank? Do your purchasing power losing central bank, which has only existed for 25 years. You act like it's some ancient thing, like it's some ancient creation. No, only 25 years old. It's essentially a scam. For people who call Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme all the time, look at the Eurozone. It's essentially a Ponzi scheme and a regional currency monopoly. It's a cartel run by people like Christine Lagarde, who, again, they don't work for their money. She was born into money. She wears these festive clothes, and she tells us how Bitcoin is used by criminals. What if you folks are the criminals? What if you folks in Brussels who never work for your money and who invented a currency and then laid it upon an entire continent? What if you're the criminals? And I can only say that because I'm a continent away. You don't even have free speech in Europe. You could be put in prison for criticizing the European Central Bank. Isn't that crazy? That's absolutely bonkers. For criticizing the economic policies of some made-up bank that's only existed for 25 years, you can be put in prison. Why defend these people against Russia? Really? Them being taken over by Russia would be an improvement in terms of their civil rights. They have none. You're conscripted to a made-up currency from the day you're born. Your taxes are even higher than here in the US. And you have to listen to globalists like Christine Lagarde, who were born into their money and are friends with people like John Podesta. And we're sick of this whole class of people. We're sick of you trampling on our free speech. We're sick of you trampling on our economic sovereignty. And the next 4 years are going to be fun because we're going to push back every single motherfucking day. So thanks for restoring my 2 videos. They should have never been taken down. And it's impossible for me to get any closure on that scandal if you're taking down the videos where I'm finding closure. Why do that? Why not just treat us well? And if there's nothing to Bitcoin, then stop talking about it. And if there's nothing to globalists being total human traffickers and total child abusers who are all caught up in group blackmail at Epstein Island, if there's nothing to that, then you shouldn't have to silence all of us talking about it. You shouldn't have to murder journalists down in Texas if there's nothing to what he was saying. Thank you guys so much.
You're listening to Fulcrum News, real news from America and around the world. FulcrumNews.com/subscribe to get our premium membership and updates via email.